Domine. He's a speculator. It would be foolish to trust a soldier whose primary weapon is deception. It can be a challenge if you find it difficult to trust him. But every challenge is an opportunity. Know that he's deceptive by nature and try to learn from him. How do you feel about it? That will not always be the case. What separates a soldier from a commander is the ability to question and adapt. Are you nervous? Understandable. Every warrior is nervous on the day of the battle. It is perfectly fine, as long as you can still be in control when you draw your blade.
What do you need? He has skill. You can tell by the way he handles the bow and the blade. He is a spy, is he not? That is his business. The flames lit the skies in a glorious display of celebration and sent fear to the hearts of our enemies. They must be trembling now. A fair question. Cowards don't make worthy enemies. I am not. I have seen these bandits. They are worthless as opponents. It will not be a boring day, for we will be fighting, but exciting. I doubt that.
That's close enough. What do you want? Why? It really isn't. No offense, but information is the most dangerous thing in my line of work. The less you know about me, the better it is for both of us. A few seasons. Lucullus has a knack for recognizing talent. He immediately saw me for what I was. A killer. I am not. Rome is a place of stasis and passivity. Here, I feel alive. Sure, as long as I'm not in Rome. Imagine a door that is locked. And imagine you need to open that locked door, preferably discreetly. But someone else has the key. Now, you can always smash the door into pieces with a great hammer. Sure, that works too. Or we find out whoever's holding the key and kill him. Why? Are you going to remember my birthday? Some people just don't like to talk about themselves.
Something on your mind, kid? In my experience, it's not age that determines the proficiency of a warrior. Not necessarily. Stubbornness and arrogance can also come with age. Look, I have met warriors like, him. Things may not always be what they seem. Wait until you pass judgment. I was surprised too. I was told Greek oak is both fire and waterproof, but they burnt easily enough. I wonder what they're thinking, now their fleet is gone. Every problem has a solution. That's what warcraft is all about. No doubt. A battle is first won in your mind, kid. If you think you're going to lose, then you certainly will.
Solway.
The smoke of the fires still hang as a thick carpet above Mitilenum. I am impressed with your ability to cause mayhem. Humility is a quality a capable man should always possess, providing it is backed by skill. I like the enthusiasm. Lucullus has told me much about your upbringing and your training, but war is much different than personal combat. Before we leave, go to the practice area and seek out Garwius, who trains the speculatores. He will teach you a few last important things.
Salwe, did Thermus send you my way? You have the bearing of a man who knows how to handle himself. I used to be. Now I train the speculatores. It's how I came by my cognomen. You know how to fight, but you've never been to war, have you? Well, the Legion is marching out soon, so we don't have time for the full regimen anyway. Let me show you how to use a pilum, and maybe how to bandage a wound, if it comes to that. Call over your friends, and we'll get started.
Did Garwius finish with you? Very good. There's always more to learn, if we live long enough to do so. We shall march through this pass and descend on Mitilenae. Providing you did your job well, they should be expecting an attack from the sea, allowing us to surprise them from the land. Unlikely, since no one knows we are coming.
Still, he has a point, Legate. Perhaps we should post sentries.
It will only slow us down. The longer we take, the more we risk that the enemy learns of our plans. Now let's get going. Signal the Legion to assemble.
You have really made a name for yourself in a short time, my friend. Perhaps you would permit me to join your speculatores. With your skill in combat and my strategic mind, as long as we are together, we will...
Ambush!
Battle formation! Get back in formation, you fools!
Marcus Minucius Thermus. Why, you seem to have no command of your soldiers at all. This is the problem with you Romans. Politicians have no place in war. Kill them all! We have no need for prisoners.
The Legatus is still alive. His Praetorian Guard is holding off the enemy for now.
Let's get him out of there! Form up and push forward! What did he say? Just as planned. They walk into our trap.
Mars, take these traitors! Thank goodness you're here. Can you get us out of this fine mess?
Our people are getting massacred. We need to fall back and get Thermus to safety. Our best chance is to push back where we came from. Then we can join up with the rest of the Legion.
Something on your mind, kid?
Son, what you did today was extraordinary. Oh, I wish your father were here to witness it. She's a fickle mistress, who takes a liking to the brave.
Instead, you can rely on your Legion. In my wounded state, I'm in no shape to command the Legion. And after your actions today, the Legionari consider you a hero. You saved their lives. In return, they are willing to die for you. I hereby promote you to Legatus. You will be in command of Legio Victrix, reporting directly to Consul Lucullus.
I'm sure Thermus will agree that I offer my legati a great degree of independence. You unequivocally are. There are none in Rome better qualified than I to be a judge of such things.
Your aim should be to take Mitilenae as quickly as possible. With Archelaus in charge of its defenses, this will be no easy task.
For now, suffice to say I have other business to attend to. A favorite general of Mithridates. One of the finest military minds in the world.
His defeat will be a great blow to Pontus. Archelaus will expect us to be rattled after that ambush. A direct assault will seem impossible to him, which is why we need to attack now. That is up to you. Gather your advisors and plan your attack the way you see fit. You are in command now.
Shall we, son? Do you need anything?
After the ambush, we sent a few men back into the pass to collect the fallen. This blade was brought to me by a Centurio. He said he found it on the body of young Gaius. I think you should have it. He told me you helped him with a private matter, and asked me how I thought he should repay you. I told him there would be plenty of time for the opportunity to arise. Now, he will never have that chance. Keep it. I think he would have wanted that.
At your service, Legate. Indeed you are. And it is the fastest promotion I've ever witnessed. Congratulations.
What do you need? I am not. His foolishness cost us dearly. He did not deserve to survive. It was not only wrong, but also dumb. It led to too many unnecessary deaths. I am sure you will not repeat his mistakes.
Domine. Being legatus places much responsibility on you. If we lose, even if it's due to bad luck, you will be responsible, not Fortuna. Good. But do not forget, a commander should always be ready for defeat.
Arwe, Legate. Welcome to the camp. I hope you will find everything to your satisfaction. I am Turius Orestes, the Primus Pilus of Legio Victrix.
And I am Ignatius Naso. I serve as the Prefectus of this proud legion.
Please don't think I'm sucking up when I say that the way you took command during that ambush was some of the finest leadership I have seen in my career.
I am in agreement, Orestes. And it takes much to impress two jaded old soldiers like us. You can trust us. Orestes and I have served together on all of Consul Lucullus's campaigns in Asia. None know this legion better than we.
Victrix is a new legion, raised by Consul Lucullus, specifically for this campaign.
The men are young and lack experience, I'm sorry to say.
Ah, but they are eager to fight and make names for themselves, my friend. Don't underestimate the value of that. As Primus Pilus, I am the most experienced among the Legion's 60 Centuriones. I coordinate the command structure in battle, and ensure that your orders are executed expediently, and with utmost discipline. I will keep you abreast of the Legion's situation at all times. And I'll advise you on how best to achieve our strategic objectives during the campaign.
Ah, yes. Orestes is the one every Legionarius looks to in battle, but I am the one they come to in camp. As the longest-serving member of this legion, it is my responsibility to oversee construction work and look after the legion's equipment. I will advise you on outfitting the legion and improving things around the camp. We will make Legio Victrix the finest fighting force Rome has ever seen. That sounds like a job for your Primus Pilus.
Indeed. Please follow me. We will select a few worthy Centuriones to lead the Legion in battle.
Within that city, Congratulations on your unexpected promotion. I quite regret teasing you when we first met. Does this advancement mean you have more denarii to spend? Ah, modesty. A true sign of nobility. And money. Now, I assume you're here to buy something.
Have you seen the new legatus?
I have not. Have you?
It's weird there's been no formal introduction.
There's a lot going on right now. Awe, shall we talk about how to improve our Legion's camp? I have some ideas. In my opinion, we should start by establishing an armory. We'll need a smith to staff it, but we can deal with that once we have the necessary equipment. We should also get you some better furnishings. Minucius Thermus took most of his property with him when he relinquished his post. That's a good idea. Prima Italica could probably spare him. They have others in their camp who could take his position. Precisely. Later, I would advise you to establish a proper stockpile and build a workshop to outfit the Legion with siege equipment and such. For now, we just need to make sure we have someone who can forge a good sword. Well, it seems to me you are a more hands-on kind of commander than Thermus was. If you spend much time in the field, you'll need certain supplies. Peeler to throw, posca to drink, bandages for your Praetorian Guard. With the right improvements, we will be able to keep you well stocked. We must gain control of the resources necessary to construct and maintain these things. We need iron for an armory and probably lumber to furnish your tent. Either way, we will need a tannery. Unfortunately, Lesbos is a very small island without much in the way of these resources. Once we leave this island and begin to take back the mainland, deploy the Legion to capture mines, lumber mills, tanneries, or farms. Come and see me again when we control some of these resources. Then we can start the planning. As I've explained, we need the strategic resources first of all. Once we invade Asia Minor, we should have access to it.
Oh, Legate. Would you and your Praetorian Guard spar with my Contubernium? It would be an honor. Not long. The Legion was assembled just for this campaign, but I've served under Turius Orestes in other legions. How long has it been? A bit more than a decade? I'm honored that you ask, but teaching suits me well. There's nothing quite so satisfying as to take wide-eyed young men and turn them into soldiers of Rome.
I can't believe that idiot led us into an ambush like that.
Well, we won't have to deal with this crap anymore, at least.
We're a little bruised after the ambush, but Mitilenum is poorly defended from a land assault. And this time, they won't catch us with our pants down. Agreed. A small elite unit would be ideal to hit the enemy command structure. Let's talk about the assault once we get the lay of the land. I will prepare the Legion to march on your orders. To simple men, conquest seems trivial. You, on the other hand, recognize the intricacies of such an operation. Well said. Let's get to the matter set before us. We have encircled Mitilenum, but we still need to take the city itself. Archelaus is an arrogant man, but nevertheless, a skillful general. We are mobilizing for a direct assault on the city. The fortress must fall swiftly. The harbor is filled with burned shipwrecks. No Triarchus could get through all the debris. Ah, the man with whose ship you came here. Good idea. Geminus has a reputation as a highly skilled navigator. As always, we are ready to march on your order, Legate.
Are we, Legate? I'm just a Legion blacksmith, not a magician. If you have something particular in mind, we'll talk. But I'm still as busy as I was before you were promoted. You'll have to leave one of your people with me to help out with your commissions. From what I hear, you barely have an anvil over there. Perhaps you should make sure you have the tools I'd need. Then I'll consider it.
My friend, I'd heard you'd been made legatus by the consul himself. It is an honor to have hosted you on my galley. And I meant it, wholeheartedly. Please tell me how this humble Triarchus can be of assistance. I can do that. It's the least I can do to thank you. Listen, my friend, I feel compelled to come clean. Your friend the gladiator was not wrong about me. I had given our route to the rebels of Lesbos. Since you spared my life, I've laid awake every night racked with guilt. I wish I could make myself deserving of your mercy. If that's all it takes, I shall consider myself twice blessed by the gods for your magnanimity. I will prepare the ship at once and sail to the north of the island. Meet me near Mitilenu, and I'll do the rest.
It's the end for you, Archelaus. Yield, if you know what's good for you. Oh, great and terrible Romans, thank you ever so much for your mercy and consideration. I have been trembling in fear of your arrival. Should I fall on my knees and beg for my life? So, my fate is in your hands right now. And who told you it's fine to interrupt a conversation between two adults? Watch your tongue! You're talking to the commander of Legio Witrix. This young boy is barely fit to command a traveling band of jugglers. Did you really think you could challenge me here, of all the places? This is my island now. You are nothing but a nuisance. Is it truly, though? In your arrogance, you thought you could sneak into Mitilenu's harbor a second time and take its commander's head. Predictable and pathetic. You are at my mercy now, just as I planned it. After I kill you, I'm coming for your consul. We stay here. They must fight on our terms. Get in formation! Romo in with her! Good luck getting past my shield. Help me, and I shall help you when you are in need. I yield. Curse you, Romans. I know when I'm beat.
Well, well, well. You don't sound so smug and superior any longer, Archelaus.
I thought a bit of banter might rile you up. Cause you to make a mistake. I clearly miscalculated.
Much as I would love to jam a Pugio up this bastard's... Well, he would make a fine hostage.
His head would make a fine trophy.
Calm yourself, Tabad. Calidus is right. We'd better bring him back to the camp alive.
Dominus, let me oversee the escort. I'll be careful.
I don't think there's any danger of reinforcements. Shall we make our way back to Lucullus's camp and let the consul know the battle is won? Good idea. I'll wait here. Just let me know when you're ready to leave. Are you ready to leave? The consul will be proud. We fought like wolves today.
Congratulations, young man. That was quite an impressive display of command proficiency and valor. Humility is virtuous indeed. However, the best of troops are useless without a good commander. You would do well to remember this.
Unfortunately, you will get to test your abilities again soon. They can run towards the east.
Cotta failed. The Pontic army has now laid siege to Chalcedon. The pirates will retreat to Asia to support their patron, Mithridates Megas.
We must transfer our troops to Asia and quickly subjugate the region. Hopefully, we will break the siege in time to save our fellow Romans.
When do we leave?
Make your preparations. We leave at dawn's first light. Salve, son, do you need anything?
At your service, Legate. Do you think it is time to celebrate? I have a jug of wine I've been saving for special occasions. It tastes terrible, but it should do the trick for now. We'll open it tonight. It is unfortunate that our forces in Asia Minor have failed. But see it as an opportunity. Now we play a more prominent role. This is your chance to truly shine. Do not waste it. There's no knowing for sure. The tales people tell of Mithridates Megas make him out to be a god. But honestly, I think with Lucullus commanding the legions, not even gods can stand in our way. Our need to save Cotta complicates matters, that much is true. But the greatest commanders see opportunity where others can only see misfortune. Don't waste this opportunity.
What do you need? It was to be expected. I am content, but a bit disappointed. It did end a bit too quickly for my tastes, but mostly because there's no crowd to cheer for us. Without an audience, victory feels hollow. I will need to think about this. I am looking forward to fighting again. And I am looking forward to having my feet firmly planted on soil again, too. Then let us see to it that this journey is finished as soon as possible.
Domine, you are a gifted commander. I am sure this will only be the first of your many conquests. It is easy to get drunk on the fumes of victory. Please do not forget why you are doing this. Ah, home. It's a beautiful and ancient land, but no one can truly know it. This campaign will be a test of your capabilities. You must be ready for anything. Asia Minor may look beautiful and inviting, but do not be deceived. Tartarus is not too far away from the Elysium.
With Cotta's fleet defeated, it will take some time to move the legions into Asia.
We should relocate Legio Witrix first. Your legionari have been sitting idle too long, Consul. They're just about put down roots.
Agreed. The task of picking our path to Chalcedon will be up to you. Scout ahead with the speculatores, then use Victrix to pacify the province. I will follow with Legio Prima Italica to help you hold the territory you take. Pontus has invaded Asia before. Cotta was made proconsul to keep Mithridates from making another attempt. Something is different this time. Pontus has support among the local population. We have to treat Asia as hostile territory. King Mithridates has been building bridges with them for years, while exploiting the rift between the factions of the Senate. It is excellent statecraft.
They are traitors, the lot of them.
Crucify them. Let their deaths serve as an example for the rest.
That is a wise plan, but Cotter's precarious situation does not leave us much time for caution.
Then we must learn on our feet, Domine.
The bulk of Mithridates' army is besieging Kazikos, the only city in Asia that resisted him. With his local allies, he is too great a force for us to face. If you can discover a way to turn the other regions here against Mithridates, and make them withdraw their forces from the siege, that would aid us greatly.
What about the traitor? The one who lured the Legion into Archelaus' ambush? He should be killed, like the cockroach he is.
Good that you mention it. I believe we may have found him. A centurion called Cassius. He has been missing since the ambush, but a local fisherman admitted to taking him to the mainland. He speaks the local language and had family in Lesbos. Not precisely, but it appears he was originally from Troas. I would say it's a safe bet you'll find him somewhere in that region. He probably had help. Jumping to conclusions is unproductive. But I suspect he's working for Vitellius Skywiller.
Forgive me, Domine, but what makes you think so?
It's merely a suspicion. We shall talk about this later. Remember, he's no use to us dead. Visit me in my legion's camp when you have questioned him.
If we're talking about interrogating spies, Calidus should be part of this. Where is he?
It would not surprise me to find he's been standing right behind us this whole time.
Please don't take this sickness. This is not the time to talk about that! I had a feeling you knew about it. I just couldn't figure out why you didn't bring it up. I didn't mean to pull you into my deception. I just wanted to give you a little more time to earn my trust. Don't give me that overbearing tone. All the obstacles I faced, I conquered as a man. The only tricky part was not being found out.
It's about time you two met.
I could never have maintained the deception for so long without the consul's help.
I was shocked at first, but Callida had more than proven her worth by the time she revealed the truth to me.
I can't say this comes as a surprise. I figured you had your reasons to keep the secret, so I played along.
By all the gods, you are a great woman.
Oh, wonderful. It's turning into a whole thing.
When this war is over, I will court you. You and I will produce strong children.
I will attempt to take that as a compliment. Thank you, Legate. I'm sorry I lied to you.
You have every right to feel betrayed. But I want you to keep Julia Callida in your contubernium. Militarily, you're an irreplaceable asset together.
For what it's worth, I want to stay.
I'll leave you two to catch up. I have an invasion to plan.
Awe, Legate. If you have a moment, there's a matter which I believe urgently requires your attention. Although our legion is quite new, they're already demonstrating superior discipline and devotion. Unfortunately, no matter how successful a military engagement is, sometimes the pacification of a region demands your personal attention. With all due respect, I'm not in charge of Legio Victrix. You are responsible for making decisions. I can only give you my advice. It is enough to take control, but not enough to keep it. Pockets of resistance will always remain, and voices of dissent will be raised now and then. Indeed, we are dealing with human beings after all. Not at all. Your attention will be reserved for more important things. I would suggest that you delegate this kind of task to someone you trust, however. I would ask that you send members of your Praetorian Guard, supervised by someone from your personal contubernium. There is no king. Remember, this country is rightfully a province under our republic. As we regain control, it is unfortunately inevitable that we must put in some work to stabilize each region again under Rome. Remember, Legate, until we take care of any such disturbances, we won't be able to control any territory we have captured. Left unextinguished, the embers of rebellion can turn into a roaring inferno. The local villagers have armed themselves and managed to take a number of our legionari prisoner. They're now threatening to kill them. It's been a while since the men had some time off. This has been a prolonged campaign, Legate, and the men have certain needs. They were lured into a brothel and then beaten to near death. Not a war story they will tell often in the wine houses at home, I'm sure. They want us to leave. Indeed, we cannot. Of course, this mission demands some tact and care. Please, form a team based on those criteria. Awe, Legate. Morale has been better. Many legionari seem disillusioned by the progress of the war. But the situation is far from unsalvageable. I believe a few victories is all the men need to rally around your command. We're not at full strength, but we have enough men to get things done. If a battle awaits us, we will manage. Worse, the men we do have are not very experienced. We should not be fighting any battles in this state. I should also note that we have quite a lot of people injured from the recent fighting. As soon as they're back in action, we'll be in better shape.
Have you asked my king how much he will give you for releasing me?
What can I do for you? About the same. Except now I'm responsible for keeping you alive as well. It's not something I'm good at, you know? Keeping people alive. Really? I was just following directions. This grand assault kind of action is not really my thing. I don't like improvising. The results tend to be ugly. Wasn't really my choice. It was a matter of survival. Yulia is a little girl who spends all her time being pretty. She eventually becomes the wife of a wealthy senator, and that will be her grandest achievement. I don't want to be the center of attention. I want to be in control of my life and other people's lives. I think deep down, I always was, Julius. Thank you for leaving the decision to me. Few people do that.